here today with Katie Bush. We are in Wiley, Texas, and Katie is a Ruby distributor in Advocare, and she is my go-to person. I've stolen a lot of her recipes. Every time she cooks for me, it's always super healthy, super lean, and it's always delicious. And I usually steal her ideas and end up making it myself for my family. And I'm like, oh, I just came up with this myself. So I definitely wanted Katie to be the first person I interview because I love the food she makes. And so what are we going to make today?
We're going to make, I don't really have a name for it, but zucchini spiral noodles with ground turkey, and I add tomatoes to everything, so tomatoes in mine.
Yum. Okay, awesome. So what do we do first?
So what we're going to do is I get these in the refrigerated produce section of Kroger, and they're pre-spiraled zucchini noodles. They also have like butternut squash, beets, which not my favorite, but I like the zucchini ones a lot because they really do kind of sort of resemble healthy noodles.
So this is an alternative to pasta.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I would never have thought of that.
Yeah, and so I mean you can spiral them yourself if you have a big family. For just Heath and me, this is fine. But we're gonna steam these, super easy. I just pour them in here. Cover it up and steam it for a few minutes. If you like them crunchy, you can do it raw if you want, or you can steam them until they're whatever texture or consistency you like. And then I'm going to cook some ground turkey. This is 1 pound of ground turkey, and then lean ground turkey. And
so what would you consider it lean? Like 95%, 85%?
So they come in 2 different kinds. One is 85%. And the other one's 93%. I threw it away because I don't like the smell of it. The Jenny O, the tube of turkey. So there's like tube of turkey. It's like 93% I think is one, and then 85.
Okay.
So I always just go with the 93.
Okay. 93% lean.
Yeah. And then taco seasoning. This one I didn't have any low sodium, but you can get these just in with the tortillas and taco shells. But I would go with low sodium seasoning just to keep it lower, and then even a half a packet will be fine. It'll still taste really good. And just follow the instructions on the back. This one was 1 pound of ground turkey and 2/3 cup water and 1 packet, and you just mix it all.
And I've made some of her other recipes that she uses low sodium things, and it doesn't lack in flavor. It's still absolutely delicious, even though it takes out a lot of the sodium, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know why they make the regular ones with stuff. But then I do all that together, and then I like, if you have time, a lot of times I'll forget that I need to make dinner. I don't let it chill in the fridge, but I put this one in there for like 20 minutes, and for some reason I just like it better.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's get started.
A nice square of zucchini, and then I'm just gonna cover it. If you want to do seasoning, again, try to find a low sodium one. We do Tony's. This one's really good. It's just for all vegetables. Yeah. And then, or just pepper, salt, whatever you want. And then just cover it. Don't forget about it. But let's see. And just steam it for a few minutes. So you can do that. Let's see. I like an olive oil spray. Spray it. And then, don't like the noise of that. And then you just cook it. It's gonna take a second to heat up. You don't have to cut them in half, but I have toddlers, so they're a choking hazard. My kids try it, and they try the vegetables. We have a rule in our house where you have to try everything. Even if it's like you don't like it, you have to have at least 1 or 2 bites of it every time we have it.
I like it.
To see if you try it, or see if your taste has changed. And the girls ended up liking tomatoes after Ella threw a massive fit about not trying tomatoes. And then they always eat that ground turkey, which is just such a healthier alternative to other meats. But yeah, as many tomatoes as you want. I just a few because Heath doesn't love them.
And then how long does it take to steam this zucchini? So we don't add any water. It's just pure zucchini noodles.
Because it comes with there's a little bit of juice in there.
Okay.
And then with the steam, just a few minutes. I'll stir it a little bit.
How do you know when it's ready?
I let it feel the noodle to
Okay.
whatever we want.
Okay.
A little crunchy. I don't like them soggy.
Okay.
So I'll do it just until it's a little bit crunchy. Usually like once it gets heated, 3 to 4, maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
So not long. All right, so this is all ready. The turkey's been cooked. And so I'll turn it off. And then this is pretty steamed. There we go. And so you could probably have this cold as well. If you didn't want to cook the noodles, you probably don't need to. So I threw some tomatoes in there. And then, and you can season these, honestly, like, I just like to throw things together and see how they turn out, and then keep going with the ones that I like. But you can do the noodles uncooked, they're fine, it's just like zucchini, or you could probably even do cucumber with this. And obviously once it's all steamed, it doesn't make a lot of food, which is why if you have something to cut up the zucchini yourself, it'd be cheaper than buying the pre-cut stuff. And, okay. And now, I always like when I cook to have way more meat than other stuff in the recipe. So, honestly, so that's how much is left if you want to just like a regular portion of it and mix it all up. But we load it up with veggies. And I know it's not the prettiest, but it tastes really good. So, I'll just do a little bit. And then these Ebo dressings again, whatever one you want to add, they have a bunch of flavors. So whatever sounds good. We might do sun-dried tomato again. That's why this one's almost empty. It's because we always use it. And the dressing really helps when you don't cook the noodles as long as I just cooked them. It's really good. So give vegetable noodles a try, because my husband tried them and he turned up his nose at them, and then he tried them and he was like, this is pretty good. I can get used to this. So definitely try them at least. Make you try everything just as much as I make my kids try everything. So, all right. So now we're gonna do a cucumber and tomato salad. Growing up, my mom, she still makes it all the time, but these are the biggest cucumbers. But growing up, my mom made this every summer, a few times a summer, and it's so good. And it's just so good for you, and it's so easy. If you have something to make these into noodles, go for it. We just moved and I'm not sure where our, I don't know what it's called, spiralizer is for this stuff. So I'm just gonna cut these cucumbers into squares and then cut these in half and then just throw them all together and then drizzle some olive oil on it and put some salt and a little bit of pepper on it, and that's literally it. And it's always a huge hit. And Ella likes to help cook, so. Do you want, here, we'll do it this way, babe. I feel like you guys are judging how I cut these. Yeah, babe. I love you. Okay, you can start throwing those in there. Okay, now wait until I cut a bunch, okay? Because I don't want your fingers by it. I'll stack them up. I'm like clearly not a professional chef, but I just stack them up and cut them into 4 just across and across and throw them in. This is like, you can even use, you don't have to use the cherry tomatoes. You can get a big tomato and just chop it up too. That'd probably be cheaper. Watch your fingers. Thank you. And when your kids help you, it's a good way to give them a little bit of pride in the food, and then they're more willing to try it. Nice. All right, we'll just do 1 cucumber because that was a lot more than I thought. Do you love the tomatoes? You don't? See that? That would be awesome. Wait until we put it all together, okay?
In the bowl, can I do it?
Yep, throw it in the bowl. Well, we're not done yet.
No, I just want to put in the bowl out. Okay?
Okay, and then you can either, on top of the tomatoes and cucumber,
Mommy, I love you.
I love you. You can either do extra virgin olive oil, like just by itself, which that's what I do most of the time. Or these Evo dressings are great. They're in the salad dressing aisle, obviously. But like, this one is sun-dried tomato, and this one's garlic basil Italian. So we use these constantly on everything. You can. So I might add the sun-dried tomato this time, and then, yes ma'am, and then some pepper. And just, honestly, it's as much as you want, as much or as little as you want. You like it? My child's never liked a tomato before. Now she likes it. I'd probably normally do more tomatoes, but let's do that. And then my husband likes pepper, so we put pepper on everything. I only put a little bit, and then he can add more. And that's it. That's literally it. Thank you.
Okay, and now the best part of cooking
Eating.
is we get to eat it
Yay.
and try it. So I'm going to start with the salad. Okay, I'm going to have to get that dressing. That is really good. And you put some of the seasoning in too?
I put some pepper, and then the Evo dressing, or yeah, and that was it.
So good. I mean, just that tiniest bit. So good.
Come here.
Can you get my drink?
It's so fresh, and I love when I'm eating something that I know is good for me.
Right.
It's a good filling. Okay, we're going to try the zucchini pasta.
Okay. And if you get the pre-spiral noodles like I showed you, cut them up. I forgot how long the noodles were, and they were like this. Here, sit down.
This is for you.
Okay, you can sit in between Liz and me. There you go.
Can you get my drink?
Oh, that's so good. And what a
Good.
perfect replacement for all the carbs you would get from pasta. Now you're actually putting vegetables in instead.
Yes. And if you
good.
if you add enough meat, you don't even know there's veggies in there.
That's true. Like the kids wouldn't maybe notice. And there's a lot of flavor. It's so good. Thank you, Katie.
Of course.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Katie. That looks so easy and so delicious. So, I mean, gosh, that took you, what, 10 minutes to
Yeah.
make? So, super easy and healthy dinner for your family. I love it. So, now I want to ask you, what is your product regimen with your AdvoCare products? Take me through a day in the life of Katie.
Okay. So first thing, I wake up before my kids. I set my alarm, which I suggest doing because then you have some time in the house that's quiet, and that's when I have my spark first. Which is over there actually. Here we go. Grape and fruit punch are my favorite.
Yum.
So I have my spark, and then sometimes I'll take M&S, but what I've been doing lately is 1 to 2 probiotics in the morning, just because we've been eating terrible, but probiotics, I will not go a day without them, and if I do, I can feel it. So I always take the probiotic Restore Ultra. Always take Thermo Plus before my meals. Usually just 1 to 2 a day. Where'd it go? I have Catalyst, which is actually in the car because I'm good at forgetting it. So it's in
See,
the
that
cup holder.
means you're always taking it because
Yeah.
it's with you.
I always have water and Catalyst in the car. And then let's see, Crave Check, because I have 2 toddlers and there's always stuff I shouldn't be eating in the house. So Crave Check is definitely a lifesaver. Clear Mood. Yes,
Because
hold
you
on.
have 2 toddlers.
Okay, so ladies, Clear Mood and Formula W. I have seen such a difference every month when I take Formula W and Clear Mood, because it helps with mood swings and all kinds of stuff. So there was usually like a few days a month where I was just like angry all the time, and now I'm pretty calm.
Oh, that's a good tip.
So in Clear Mood, if Heath is having a stressful day at work, I'm gonna be honest with you, I will pop open one of these and put it in his afternoon spark, and
You know he's going to watch this and find
I
out
know.
your tricks.
that's how I'll know if he actually watches the video. And then it's cold and flu season. Our kids have brought home so much junk. Seagrams is the best. You can cut this out if I can't say it. So one day, you take it as directed, but one day we had the kids, one had strep, the other one had something. and then my throat started to hurt, and I was like, oh no, not happening. So I took 2 in the morning and 2 at night, and the next day I woke up and felt great.
Nice.
So.
I'm a big believer in it as well.
Yes. Omegaplex, because you need to. The fish oils. And if you're not really a pill lover, or you can't take them because you have a gag reflex or something, you can pop these open and drink it. And it tastes
or
like,
pour them into something for those that aren't as like
Have you done
advanced
it?
as you.
You've done it? It tastes like lemon water.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't taste like it because I had
I just swallow it.
well, I gave one to Ella. Is what, and
Oh.
I was like, here, try it. And she was like, okay. But Omegaplex, joint promotion. I'm only 28, but there's some times where joint promotion's good when you work out,
sure.
especially. If you're adding exercise into your regimen, I would recommend that. Heath takes prostate support every day. I don't, but he does.
Yeah, probably not good for you.
No, no. Let's go through this. Heath takes Biotune, and we have people that swear by this.
For what?
Someone had knee pain, and she said the next day she felt completely different.
Nice.
I don't know if it was just like joint pain or what she had exactly, but she swears by it. Meal replacement shakes. These in bars, I'll rotate. I love the DB9 bar in the morning, so I'll rotate between one morning I'll have my Spark with a DB9 bar, or a meal replacement shake.
And I should add, she didn't know I was going to ask her this. She didn't know I was going to interview her on this, and these were all just sitting on her counter. So we didn't prep for this and pull products out for her. She had them sitting here because this is what she takes.
We have more. Let's see, collagen for that glow.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got my new box of this hair, skin, and nails one. I ran out. Fiber. You always feel better when you have some fiber.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oasis every day.
You drink it every day?
Just about every night before bed.
Do you like it hot or cold?
It depends. I'll do it hot and cold.
Okay.
So usually in the winter, or when it's this ridiculously cold out, I'll have it hot, and then in the summer I have it cold. It's good both ways. But again, if you had a long day at work, or you just need to like chill out before bed, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
I've replaced, for the past 3 years, a glass of wine at night with this.
Nice.
I mean, I have it in a wine glass, but
It's always better when it's fancy.
it's so fancy. Fiber, we're doing the cleanse now. There's probably other stuff, but that's what it is. And you can tell when you forget your products. We went on a trip this last weekend, and I forgot most of my products. And it was only a 24-hour trip, and I was just like, I need to bring them next time or prepare better. So.
Yeah. So for someone who thinks, oh my gosh, that's a lot, you've been taking products for how many years now?
Almost 6 years.
6 years. So when you first got started, you probably didn't start with that much.
Spark and M&S and meal replacement shakes are what we started on.
And then it's just kind of just slowly added as she was ready to take on new things.
Yes. And then when you start feeling awesome, you want to keep feeling awesome. Okay, I forgot this. I work out almost every morning at the gym, and is amazing. I can tell when I don't take it, and you only have to take it 15 minutes before your workout, so it's great. But
Awesome.
That's almost a daily thing.
Yeah, very good. Well, awesome. Thank you, Katie.
Of course.
All right, you guys. I'm sure you're going to find some of these that you are not taking that you might realize you want to kind of implement that into your regimen. So thanks, Katie.
Of course.
Awesome. And thank you for cooking for us today. This is something that I know a lot of us are going to take and start making ourselves.
Yay.
Great. Awesome.
If it's alright.